and thank you so much for stopping by. My name is Ciera Payton, and this is my YouTube channel where I talk all about my lifestyle of being an actress, entrepreneur, educator, and speaker, and so much more, in hopes to entertain you or give you a little bit of tips and tricks to help you along your creative journey. Now, if you have been here for the long haul, thank you. Go ahead and like this video because you already know you're gonna like it. And if you are new here, thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because you are gonna like this content if you are somebody who wants to hear about, an actor's journey, or if you are also looking to get some help along your creative journey. All right? Okay, so let's go ahead and jump right on into it because I'm really excited about today's video. Today's video is all about creating your actor reel. So let's just go ahead and demystify the whole thing. A reel is just a video that shows your work as an actor. Now, I have heard so many questions, so many phrases, so many things about, reels. I'm just gonna rattle off a couple of them. I always hear about, how do you get a reel if you don't have anything on TV, or if you don't have any TV or film footage? What should I put on my reel? I heard that montages are cool. Should I have that in there? Where do I start? So again, it's a video. It's an online video that shows your work as an actor. Now, don't worry, okay? Because I know that whenever you're first starting out as an actor, agents and managers are gonna wanna know if you have a reel or whatever. And if you don't have one, if you don't have any film or TV credits, there are ways to ensure that you can show off your work as an actor. So, before I get into that, I'm just gonna kind of share a little bit about, my reel experience, all right? I am a part of the very last leg of the old school, actor reel situation, and basically what I mean by that is that I had a reel on a disc, not a CD-ROM, but kind of like a DVD disc, and I got that made when I was in college, and I sent it off to different casting directors, agents, and managers. I have no idea if it was ever watched, but it was a very, very expensive process. I was able to use footage from Flight of Fury, the movie that I was in, my very first movie, and also footage from me in college and doing kind of like short films and stuff like that with the filmmaking students at North Carolina School of the Arts. But when I started creating my reels, I made all the mistakes that most actors have made. I tried to make it look like a music video at one point. I did the flashing lights and the smoke-filled screen and all that type of stuff. I did the montages, breaking it up and literally just inserting a montage for the heck of it. I did the booming, hip-hop music that just kind of opens up with my headshot. There have been so many mistakes that I've made where I just tried to just add too many bells and whistles into it. And now finally I've gotten to a place where, I've created a reel that works for me and works for my agents and managers and really highlights who I am and the different types of characters that I've played. And so, now I have a very simple reel that just highlights my talent, who I am, and what I bring to the screen. Now let's turn the tables and talk about your reel, all right? So number one, if you don't have film and TV credits, it's okay. I know a lot of people starting out, a lot of actors are like, I don't have any film and TV credits, I can't make a reel, oh, I'm not gonna be able to work, blah, 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 blah. Don't go down that rabbit hole at all, okay? It is okay for you to grab a film or TV scene and record it self-tape style and use that as your initial beginnings for your acting reel. What you do, you just take those scenes, I would say start off with two. One that highlights maybe a dramatic version of you and another one that highlights probably a comedic version of you, or just two different scenes that just highlight really two different energies of you, okay? Do not post those on social media at all because you just never know, copyright issues, whatever. But rather film those scenes, again, self-tape style, and put them up on your Actors Access profile. Make sure they're nice and clean cut. You can do a little title card if you want of just your name and your reps information, or if you don't have reps, just make it your name and probably your social media handles, and just keep it nice, clean, and simple. Now, while you're doing that, while you're in the process of doing your own, self-taping your real scenes, you should simultaneously be looking to possibly get into a student film or a short film or something like that at your local university, or, look into the trades, you know, like backstage.com or, you know, either on Actors Access as well. You know, you want to be actively seeking opportunities to get footage of yourself acting. And I'm talking about high quality, really good footage of your acting. And again, that's where you have to do the work in terms of looking for those auditions and looking for those opportunities. If you are, you know, fortunate and lucky enough to know people or know somebody that has all that film equipment and wants to film a scene or whatever, by all means do it. But you want to make sure that it's going to highlight the best version of you and that it is done very, very well. You know, I've seen this a few times when I was teaching high schoolers and just even, you know, young adults who wanted to get into the business. They'll immediately go and grab, you know, something that Al Pacino did or Robert De Niro did or, you know, Denzel or whomever and be like, I want to do this scene, you know, from I don't know, Mr. and Mrs. Smith or whatever. And it's like, that's great, but does it highlight you? Are you just doing it because you want to act like Robert De Niro or you want to act like Al Pacino and you want to put that on tape and show them that you can be like them? I don't know how helpful that's going to be for you. Again, you want to find something that's going to highlight you and show your talent. And yes, I'm saying get a film or TV, you know, script. You can find something on Grey's Anatomy, or I think Shonda Rhimes writes so amazingly. But there's so many other shows too, like, you know, shows on HBO or Apple TV or whatever. Find those. See if you can, you know, find a good 2 to 3 minute scene or, you know, maybe shorter, you know, literally 2 minutes that just highlights you playing a character and, you know, showing some really, really beautiful colors of yourself. And, you know, if that doesn't work for you or if you feel like that's probably a little too ambitious or whatever, you can always find a monologue. And there's tons of monologue books out there on the market. And you can just find a really cool monologue that you can tape, again, self-tape style, and put up on your Actors Access to, you know, share with reps and casting directors. And that's a really good place to get started. And again, you should be simultaneously at the same time trying to find opportunities and auditions where you can be filmed in a really beautiful, professional way, portraying a character. And most times you can achieve that by doing short films or student films, you know, independent films, however, but try to be actively seeking that so you can get that footage and put it on your reel. So number 2, how long should your reel be? I would say that your reel should be 2 to 3 minutes of your best work. And I would even say the sweet spot is 3 minutes. Because of social media, because of these, you know, devices that we have here, you know, our attention spans are just really short. And, you know, you want casting directors to be engaged with what you're doing. And so you don't want to have a 6 or 10 minute reel because they're just not going to watch all of it, you know, unless if it's something crazy amazing that they can't turn their eyes away from. And that's very rare. Okay. So with that reel, you know, that 2 to 4 minute reel, 3 minutes being the sweet spot, you know, depending on what you have, what type of work you have, and what type of scenes you have to put in it, I would say, you know, lean more into having about 1 to 3 scenes that just highlight, you know, your best work. You know, you just really, you know, portraying a character in a really awesome and amazing way. You know, some people, me included, have done montages, and a lot of times they're very cool. Yeah, like, you know, it's cool to see all the different type of characters that a person has played, and, you know, showing that to people or whatever, it's really cool, but it doesn't really highlight your work. I'm sure if you dug into this YouTube channel or even like on some of my Vimeo pages, you will see that I mean, I've done so many montage type of reels, and while again they're exciting, they didn't really highlight my real work. They didn't really highlight me executing a scene in the best way. And so, you know, I would say for you, you might want to steer away from doing montages, or if you want to do something like that and have it specifically for social media or something like that down the line, great, awesome. But again, you want to keep it nice, concise, and tight, and just show 1 to 3, possibly 4 scenes of your best work. All right. So number 3, the order of your scenes. So I would say, and this is usually a rule of thumb across the business, but you know, obviously there's so many of us on here talking about the business and giving advice that some things will most likely contradict. But I would say for me, I really think that it's so important to lead with your strongest scene. You know, a scene that's just gonna really kind of engage people right off the bat. So yeah, so with mine, I just started off with a scene from the Wendy Williams movie where I just felt that, you know, immediately when someone watches it, you're just kind of placed into this world. You know, there's high emotion, you know, things are going on, you know, a lot of the focus is on, you know, my acting. And so that's how I decided to choose to, you know, start my reel out. I will also say too, you know, if you do have reps or if you know, have the advice of, you know, a casting director or someone in the business, you know, you might want to show them some of your scenes and kind of get some guidance on what they think would be the best order, you know, of your scenes. But I always do, you know, defer to my gut instinct. And, you know, here with this, everybody on my team did agree that, you know, I should leave with that scene. And, you know, for myself, that's what I felt was strongest. And so, you know, just to kind of give you a little bit of an example, I want to go ahead and share my acting reel with you so you could kind of see, you know, the order that I did and how I started and how I ended. So here you go.
Because I'm the one who's up every morning at 6 a.m. hosting a talk show to pay for your flashy ass lifestyle. You got me up in here calling me a pill popping alcoholic and a bad mom and a bad daughter and a boss who's on the verge of a breakdown. Mm-hmm.
You won't, but I know and you know you got a problem.
Yeah, well, before I had you, I had me. And not you nor anyone else had the power to take away my gifts. Yeah, you almost broke me, Kevin. But you failed. Mm-hmm. And we are getting a divorce. Yeah, the paperwork's on your desk. So I suggested you get a lawyer because who I am puts food on your table. And honey, you will stop.
You don't look so good, girl. Somebody turn you up?
Theo! Get your ass to the sanctuary. Leave him to me! Christina, stop him!
Well, my colleagues, they apologize that they're missing this meeting. We've just been so busy around here with the rebranding campaign and conference calls, it just got us feeling like blah.
I can't even imagine.
But I told them that I have to be at this meeting with you. And honestly, I'm not blowing smoke. I'm a huge fan of your work. I mean, it just speaks so clearly and encapsulates all the things that I feel make a Black woman in America. You know what I mean?
Now, y'all know we gotta be here to help Mama through this.
That's right. And listen, we'll be here to help do anything we can.
Thanks for trying.
I wish I could have did more, sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah. His boss.
You think the congresswoman had something to do with this?
I don't know, but she had him working on a secret project. Do you think that's what got him killed?
Always looking for new talent to boost our staff. So, you know what? I'll let you guys talk it over privately.
Great. Thanks for the tour, Lydia.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thanks so much, Lydia.
All right. Bye-bye. Text you later. Woo. She's impressive.
Here come the hot stepper. I'm the lyrical gangster. Big up the crew in the area. Still have it like that.
So yeah, so that's my acting reel. It's about 3 minutes and 30 seconds long. I have quite a few scenes in there, and I put that many scenes in there because I wanted to show the different colors of myself, you know, show my action, show my, you know, vulnerability, show the sexy, sophisticated, you know, businesswoman, but just show, you know, all these different colors of myself where I can, you know, do the very deep and dramatic scenes, or do the procedural type of scenes, or do the kind of quirky, silly stuff, you know, with the Wendy Williams walkthrough. So yeah, so that's my acting reel. So my very last tidbit here about acting reels is this is where, you know, the kiss rule is just so important. Keep it simple. Again, you don't want to go so over the top. You don't want to, do all the booming music, or, the montages or the quick flashes or showing every single thing that you've done. You want to just scale it down and narrow it down to show your best work. And I promise you, that's going to be so golden when, you're trying to, get in the room or get reps or, whatever, and on social media, on your different platforms, if you have a website or whatever, that's where you can go ahead and show, the rest of your work and show all the many different scenes and all the many different people that you've worked with. But I think for your acting reel, the kiss rule is so important. So just remember, keep it simple, sweetheart. All right? So again, I hope all of that was helpful. If you have any questions, please be sure to leave them below. I would love to take a look and answer those for you in a later video. And also, if you did find any of this helpful, or if you like this video, please go ahead and hit the like button and go ahead and subscribe. And again, I'm so happy that you stopped by. I'm so looking forward to seeing you at the next video. Until then, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.